From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, March the 27th, 2018. 3 armed Palestinians were captured by the IDF today after they had infiltrated Israel unnoticed. The 3 who were in possession of knives and grenades had crossed the Gaza security fence and traveled about 12 miles into Israeli territory. Palestinians trying to enter Israel illegally from Gaza are usually spotted immediately by IDF soldiers who monitor security cameras. IDF spokesperson Brigadier General Ronen Manela said this was an incident that shouldn't have happened. We are investigating it and will learn lessons from it. Video from security camera footage was later shared in the Israeli media showing the 3 just after they crossed into Israel, walking past the entrance to an Israeli kibbutz, Tze'elim. The 3 suspects have been now handed over to Israel's security agency, the Shin Bet, for questioning. French authorities now say the brutal murder of 85-year-old Jewish Holocaust survivor Mireille Canol this past Friday will be investigated as possibly motivated by anti-Semitism. 2 suspects have been arrested and charged in the case, one of whom, a Muslim, was Canol's longtime neighbor, who she was said to have been very close with. French President Emmanuel Macron condemned the murder and vowed to continue to fight anti-Semitism. As a young girl in Paris, Canol managed to evade the notorious Veldiv roundup of 1942 of thousands of French Jews who were then deported to Auschwitz. Graffiti was discovered this weekend on a Holocaust memorial and a nearby synagogue in New Jersey. The Asbury Park Press reported that swastikas and other symbols were found on the memorial on Route 9 in Lakewood, as well as on the walls of Congregation Sons of Israel and on a vehicle parked in front of it. A Dutch man who saved hundreds of Jewish children during the Holocaust has died. Johan van Hulst was the director of a Protestant religious seminary in Amsterdam that had a yard that bordered a facility in which the Nazis imprisoned Jews before deporting them to the camps. Over several months, van Hulst, along with others, smuggled some 600 children out of the facility into his school, where he hid them and then ultimately brought them to safe houses. Israel's Yad Vashem Holocaust Memorial recognized van Hulst as a righteous among the nations back in 1973, and in 2012, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu honored van Hulst during a state visit to the Netherlands. His heroic actions were also immortalized in the film Sussman. Van Hulst died last week at the age of 107. A delegation of Democratic Congress men and women met in Jerusalem with Israeli leaders this week. The delegation, led by House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi, who made a stop in Jordan as well, met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Israel's President Reuven Rivlin yesterday in a trip set to focus on global and regional security and cooperation issues. The visit falls just weeks before Israel's 70th anniversary, and Pelosi said ahead of the trip there is no greater political accomplishment in the 20th century than the establishment of the State of Israel. She said our delegation is pleased to be able to extend the congratulations of the American people to the people of Israel as we celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Jewish state this spring. Pelosi wrote yesterday on Twitter after the meetings that the candid and open dialogue that has long existed between our 2 countries is a source of continued strength. Mayor of Jerusalem Nir Barkat announced on Sunday that he will not seek re-election. Barkat, instead of running for a 3rd term, will run for Knesset on the Likud party ticket. Barkat posted a video to his Facebook page explaining his decision, saying that at the end of the current term, I will leave the municipality, but I will never leave Jerusalem. Municipal elections are set for October. One of the biggest off-road races in the Middle East is underway. The Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge has 112 drivers from 29 countries participating this year, including, for the first time, Israel. Israeli drivers Danny Pearl and Itai Moldavsky are the first Israelis to participate in the race. The 2 entered the United Arab Emirates with Israeli passports at the invitation of the organizers. However, the Israeli flag was not displayed on their cars memoirs or on publications. Regardless, Pearl said the two were embraced warmly at the event and were extremely excited to take part. Looking now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, March the 27th at 7 o'clock, everyday Jewish heroes are honored at the 2017 National Conference of the Jewish National Fund. At 8, Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs talks about the people of the book. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with Rabbi Irving Greenberg on the meaning of Passover on L'chaim. At 10, it's a look at Jonathan Safran Foer's New American Haggadah. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, it's the debate program Frenemies. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, March the 27th, 2018. I'm Teisha Bader.